Well, everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. On today's video, I want to try to grab some scrub red oak logs, mill up some dimensional lumber to make a small raised bed right here at the end of our deck. The purpose of that is to, in the spring, be ready to plant grapes. I want to try to put grapes here and let the grapes grow up and make a natural shade arbor over the porch in the summertime. So the first thing we need to do is find some logs that are worthy of milling, and I've got some on my mind. We need to go check it out, get them milled, get them built, get them filled, and see what we can do. Come along. So here's my first candidate, and this was from a double trunk red oak that blew over during Hurricane Helene and took out our power for about 5 days. And we've got a log here that is right at 12 feet. And on the big end, about 9 inches in diameter, a lot of punk in it. And then this one is the biggest diameter, but it's got a really big smiley face in it. And it is about 11 feet, and this one here in the foreground with you all, I think right here is a really main part of the joint of the bow in that one. The problem, this thing's got so much curl in it, it may not be worth milling. Yeah, so it's about 7 feet to that. I don't know, we'll stick a saw in it and see what happens. Alright, so those two are a little crooked. That one's okay. That one's pretty crooked. All right, so out of that log, I think I got 2. A little bit of punkiness. First 2 I think will work. This one is pretty bad. It's got a lot of... This is the part of the log that was laying on the ground for a while, I guess. So she's pretty... There's some solid in it, but not enough really to mess with. But we'll put it on the pile and get the rest of the logs. Now I'm just going to go ahead and mill up the rest of the logs, and I'll catch you guys when we're ready to start assembling the raised bed. If you want to see the details of how I'm going to try to cut the curve out of that one big log, then I'm going to do that on our Woodcraft Revival channel. Kind of where we're really doubling down, going deep into wood processing and all that type of stuff. So I'll do that over there. Those of you guys that are more homesteading, you probably won't want to get into the minutia of all that. But if you do, just go check out Woodcraft Revival. It'll be on that channel. I'll put a link at the end of the video and put a link down in the video description as well. All right, so we ended up with a little pile of 2x6s here in various qualities and various lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 usable 2x6s. All right, I think we're going to go measure, get an idea how we want to lay this out. I got a little bit uneven ground, so I want to see how I want to address that as well. So, the length of the deck, which I don't think I want to go the entire length. Yeah, 12 and some change. There's a dummy that built that. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is go build a 10x2 box, which is going to be heavier and cramped. So we're going to bring it around here and build it and set it down and just see what we need to do to level up. May have to cut this knob off. Looks like the dog's been doing a little bit of excavating as well. So cut this little knob off and maybe build up this end a little bit. You idiot. All right, so that's the size that I want. So that's 10 by 24, 10 by 2. And put some oak pieces, some white oak pieces inside to draw the sides up and, of course, tie it all together. That thing is so daggone heavy. There's no way it's going to move anytime soon. I know if you guys have not watched me do this on the channel before, you may be thinking, Troy, that's going to rot out because that's not treated. Absolutely. And I got no problem with that. I don't want treated wood. The deck's treated, that's bad enough. So if we're going to plant edible items here, I'd rather not have treated wood around them. If these rot out, simply pop the screws out, replace them with other boards. That soil will stay firm enough that I'll be able to swap those boards out quickly and not, of course, have all the soil dump out. So it would be that simple to swap. I was going to fill this today, but the ground is completely thawed. In fact, I don't know if you saw how muddy it was there traipsing around. So I'm going to wait for a day when we have a really hard freeze. It's not supposed to have that for the next couple days. And then I'll get back there with the tractor and dig out. Because if it freezes enough that I don't tear up the yard, the compost pile won't be frozen enough that I can't scoop it. So a couple scoops with a tractor versus me trying to do all this with a wheelbarrow. Work smarter, not harder, right? So with this 2-inch red oak, it's going to take it a while to rot out. Even though there's some rot that's already promoted, I think I'll get 2 or 3 years out of this before I have to replace any boards. But I'm anxious to get soil in here, and of course we're a long way off from spring, but I'm anxious to get some grapes and some other things in here and build a trellis for this to climb up and give us more shade as well in the peak of the summertime. And nothing better than edible shade, right? But we'll definitely document that as we get to it later on in the year and keep you guys apprised on what's going on. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. I pray y'all have a great week. Take care.